Hello guys and welcome to Sterlinx. My name is Arfol. I'm the founder and director of Sterlinx Global Limited, an accountancy firm based in the UK at the heart of Liverpool city centre. Today's video I'm going to cover a very important topic, which is for record keeping practices that every business should have in order to recording your expenses. So exclusive towards expenses, because no matter how much money you make, if you do not organize or do not have control over your expenses, you will never see the light of profit. So expense is extremely important. This is where your energy should focus majorly when you start making any sales or income in your business. Either it is an Amazon, eBay, Shopify, or a taxi or local in a bakery shop or retail store, it does not matter. Expenses are the keys to your profit. So expenses, managing those is classed as defense mechanism in a business margin. All right. So you defend your margin to be healthy by controlling your expenses. Right. So today I'm going to jump into the actual core fundamental record keeping, very easy habit that you can build with just a few steps. So I will go through it and you will realize that, wow, this is so easy and simple, and you can actually build a habit accordingly and improve your business health of expenses. All right, so let's jump into the topic. Number one, separate your personal and business purchases. A lot of business owners make this mistake by having a number of expenses going through the personal and throwing it into their bookkeepers or the accountant, saying, yeah, could you just sort that out for me? Look, this is extremely messy and it is a very negative habit to have in your business. If you have that, what does that explain to you about the rest of the business, how you treat your business? You always need to make sure that you separate your business expenses to your personal expenses. How do you even keep a track of what you're making, what you're spending, whose money is what, where does that belong to, if you have a mixture of such? It is important that you know to keep your limit of expenses for the business to the business and for personal to personal. I mean, nowadays it's not hard to open a business bank account. You can have one online in less than 10 minutes or even instantly as soon as you apply. So I don't understand what your excuse would be out there to mix these, except you're just not caring enough about your business. If you're serious about your business, you want to take care of your finances and you need to see the shine light of your actual profit margin in clear, standard ways, then do separate your personal and business expenses. So always separate your personal purchases from the business. If you buy something from a supplier and they issue an invoice, make sure that every item on the invoice is for business use only, and you pay through the business banking or the cash or whatever reserve you have got. All right, do not include in personal. If you ever have to lend any money to the business because there's not enough money, that's fine, but you do this as a director's loan or owner's loan to your business, then you still spend that money using your business bank account or business expenses. You still don't pay. Just do a separate loan to the business from yourself, but you still pay for the expense using your business expense procedures. Number two comes to VAT invoices. Now, ask for a VAT invoice from your supplier to know if you can reclaim VAT and to know if your supplier is VAT registered. VAT can be a very common day-to-day expense that you can claim on any business. All right, either it's an Amazon business, you're a local trade, plumber, electrician, or you are a taxi driver, or you are a retail store or food chain, supply, bar, restaurant, I don't care. You have to make sure that VAT is there on the receipt for you to be able to claim the VAT, and that receipt has at least the VAT number of the actual supplier or the person or the business you're paying to. And also at the same time, your business must be registered for the VAT for at least 20% standard rate for you to be able to claim the VAT from these invoices. So VAT is a major part of your business when you're VAT registered, and also major part of your expenses and your purchases. So ensure to have a VAT invoice so you can claim the VAT. All right, and accordingly you record keep on your books, either using a spreadsheet or on the software like Xero, QuickBooks, or Free Agent or something similar. Ensure that you have the invoice ready and you reconcile it accordingly. Correctly received invoices. That's number 3 on the list. Always check that invoices issued to your business is correct and accurate. Be mindful of the business name and the amounts, and also make sure all the items that's listed are for this purchase and for business purpose only. So correctly received invoices, a double check over the invoice that you receive is one of the most important habits that you can build to save yourself from future headaches from where you paid, how you paid. If you remember or notice this, after 1 year, once you go through the invoices and you feel like, oops, they charged me the wrong amount for the wrong item, that's no good. You can't go back to the retailer after a year asking them to fix that for you. You need to check it there and then make sure your invoice is ready. Take your time on the till, or take your time paying, but make sure you're paying after checking and ensuring they're charging for the right amount. It's your money, you take care of it, you work hard for it, you make sure you make every single payment only when it is valid. You don't have to pay anything more than that. Why should you pay for somebody else's mistake? It makes no sense. Be mindful and ensure the invoices are correctly received with the correct details belongs to the transaction and the business. Number 4 comes on my list is organizing your record. It can be a tedious amount of work when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or many more receipts on a daily basis. Imagine what's going to happen over the year. So always create a separate purchase invoice folder that on your computer or your cloud, Google Drive, Work Drive, that contains subfolders with each supplier's name for easy identification. So you have a master folder, business expenses. Inside that you have a subfolder with you have subfolders with the actual suppliers' names. So ABC Suppliers Limited. Then you could have Toolstation. Then you could have Screwfix. You could have Wix, B&Q, whoever the supplier is. Right. So accordingly, you put the suppliers' names and create subfolders for each supplier and put all your expenses in those folders. Either you buy from them once or you buy from them multiple times. It's easy to identify the supplier by name, and that's just one of the common psychological habit we have. Like who did you pay the bill to? You always ask, who is this to? Like who's that gone to? That's how you recognize it, right? So for you to recognize it, organize your folders accordingly. Why not? That's the easiest way. Inside the subfolders, create a yearly folder to make sure that the purchases done on each year can be found in one place in case you need them in the future. So the subfolder of the supplier ABC Suppliers Limited, you create a yearly folder like 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Then after that, you drop the invoices or receipts accordingly, scan and upload them, or copy and paste them, or cut and paste them, however, inside those yearly folders. So anytime the taxman or the bookkeeper or an accountant asking for it is there, just send them the link or download and upload, or however you send them email, is there. That's how simple it is. All right. So organize your record is very important. Number 5 comes on my list is immediate action. And we love that because we use this in our business practice. Any job, any task comes in, like if an email or a customer's query comes in, we don't leave it to the last. Straight away, done and dusted with, everybody is happy. The person contacted us because they need some information. As soon as you give them that much better it is. What's the point keeping the person waiting? So immediate action is something that you must make habit of. That it is no good procrastinating in anything. All right. For this video, I'm going to focus on each time you receive an invoice, it is always advisable to keep it right away in its respective folder to ensure that whenever you need it, you will know where to find it. So as soon as you receive an invoice, you simply download and put it in the respective folder of the master folder, subfolder, then yearly folder. Job done. Number 6 on my list is bookkeeping and record keeping. Now, bookkeeping is different from record keeping. Always have your bookkeeper to do the bookkeeping to make sure that your journal and ledgers are correct. You're only responsible to make sure that you keep all the business transactions in one place. So managing those folders for my previous tips will help you to make sure you send everything correctly required by the bookkeeper. Bookkeeper will always make sure everything is reconciled, put in the correct categories and everything. And you need to make sure you have the record keeping in the first place, so the bookkeeper's job is a lot more easier. If you make it harder, they will charge you hourly basis. I don't know which accountant you use. If they don't, I'm surprised. For disorganized files and records, you will always pay extra because those people have to spend the time to sort out the actual disorganization that you have created. So easy, neat record keeping helps the bookkeeper making sure everything is reconciled and taxed properly, guys, right? Number 7 is complete information. Provide everything to your bookkeeper for them to prepare your books accurately without leaving them out. Without leaving anything out, you need to make sure you provide everything to the bookkeeper so they have all the information they need, so they don't have to come back twice, 3 times asking you this, then that. Everybody's easy. Make sure you provide complete information, anything they requested during the conversation or email. Follow it, send everything at once, done and dusted. Number 8, avoiding surprises. That's my last and favorite one. Always remember that whatever your bookkeeper records, this should reflect on your taxes. Incomplete declaration can get you into trouble with the tax authorities. So the respective tax authorities expect complete record keeping as well as bookkeeping and everything filed correctly according to the terms and conditions legislation set out by the tax authorities. Make sure you provide everything, and a bookkeeper has complete record, as well as you have all the invoices checked from the beginning and everything separated in the respective folders as and when they are required. That was my quick video on the tips, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed that. Now do remember, this video fits anybody and everybody running a business globally, so it's not just for the UK. If you're from USA, Canada, Cyprus, Austria, India, Pakistan, it doesn't matter where you're from. So every business has got this bookkeeping, record keeping requirement, and you'll have to keep it at least to see what you're doing, even if it's not for tax purposes, and to see your business health, how it's going, right? So build those habits, take this, at least use the tips that I'm giving you, and use it for your own advantages and make your life better and easier. And this is what we are here for. Anyhow, if you do require any bookkeeping, accounting, VAT, sales tax, LLC, LTD, or European VAT, EORI, any sort of services in the UK, USA, and Europe, we're the people to come to. Sterlinx Global. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to my video and follow us for the next tips to come on. So thanks very much, and thank you for staying with me for so long, and have a nice day ahead. I'll see you on the next one.